What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
If you haven't heard of After, then where have you been for the last 2 years? After has proven to be one of the most popular romance films in recent history. Starring Josephine Langford and hero finds Tiffin as Tessa and Hardin, respectively. The 4-part series is moving along nicely, with After We Collided having been released just a few months ago. The 3rd installment, After We Fell, has already wrapped up filming, and we are all anxiously awaiting more information from the production company about a possible release date. But it seems like we may finally be getting some answers out of these guys, as well as some behind-the-scenes looks at the creation of the new film.
He's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same.
So let's just cut to the chase. When will After We Fell be released? Well, we don't know too much for certain at the moment. We know that our favorite stars wrapped up filming just a short while ago, and the production studio has already released a trailer for the film. With this in mind, it seems safe to assume that these guys have everything they need to make a blockbuster film, but we can't rush these sorts of things. As I'm sure you remember, it took quite a long time for the team to edit After We Collided, but that was released in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. So how soon can we expect to see this new installment, now that the world is slowly drifting back toward normalcy? Voltage Pictures has announced a tentative release date of September of 2021, but bear in mind, this date is bound to change without notice. However, considering After We Collided was released in September of 2020, it's pretty safe to assume that the creators are doing their best to keep the film's release schedule as stable as possible. Hey, we could even try to predict the future a bit and wager that the 4th and final film may be released in September of 2022, but it's certainly too soon to say for sure. Josephine Langford has been very open about the new film and is always giving fans the updates they've been begging for. She spoke with 2Fab a while back, and speaking about After We Fell, she said, "The story pulls you in because it's just a roller coaster and you don't know what's going to happen next. And then when you're reading a book or watching a film, you go, oh, okay, everything's fine now. And then there's something else happening." So I think I would probably attribute it just to the story and the ebbs and flows of it. I also think that sometimes there's just something about things which people love and you don't know what that X factor is. It's clear that Josephine has interested in lots of time and energy into the series. Considering the book started out as nothing more than a Wattpad fanfiction story, it's crazy to see how far the series has come in such a short amount of time. If anything is proof that good things come to those who wait, it's the story of how After became a worldwide movie series phenomenon.
It says whatever our souls are made of.
His and mine are the same.
Anna Todd, the author of the story, wanted nothing more than to write a novel that she felt fans of One Direction would enjoy. This is because the original story involved Harry Styles as her love interest, appealing to teenage girls around the globe. However, once Voltage Pictures and her publishing company got involved, the book was reworked and Harry's character was changed to Hardin. This was a welcome change by most people and really gave the book a much-needed breath of fresh air. Now that the film series is taking the world by storm, most fans don't even remember the original Wattpad version of Anna's story. Though, shifting gears and taking things back to the film, we can expect some new cast members to be popping up in the new film. Voltage Pictures hasn't released too much information about these cast changes, but the actors have posted some behind-the-scenes shots on social media that have revealed what these lineup changes may look like in the film. Many of these cast changes seem to have taken place to try to keep the actors safe during the pandemic. I'm sure some of these changes were due to budget reasons and time constraints as well, but for the most part, the final 2 films were recorded back-to-back as a way to keep the cast and crew out of harm's way. Though, this meant that filming was scheduled to take much longer than it normally would for an ordinary movie. Because of this, some of the original cast members simply couldn't manage to make it out for the filming of parts 3 and 4, so their characters were forced to be recast. Josephine Langford spoke about the cast changes in her interview with 2Fab and said that the moment she learned of this was bittersweet. She didn't dive in too deeply into how she felt about this, but it seems as though she'd become pretty close with some of the original cast members. Bringing in a new group of people could be amazing because there are so many new opportunities to make new friends in the industry, but it must have also been difficult to say goodbye to some of the people she'd been working with for so long. We learned pretty early on that Dylan Sprouse, the star of the show and After We Collided, will not be returning for After We Fell. Dylan has a lot on his plate right now, and he's doing his best to break back into the world of acting, as well as work on his new comic book series, Sun Eater. We don't know the specifics of why he won't be back for the third film, but it's safe to say that his time is very valuable, so he likely just didn't have the time to dedicate to the role. So the role of effing Trevor was cut from After 3.
Trevor! I'm gonna go, I think. I'm just gonna... No, you know. I just want to talk to him. Tessa,
Stop!
Look, Hardin, I think this is a missile call.
One of the most heartbreaking changes to After We Fell will be Landon. Shane Paul McGee will not be reprising the role of Landon. Instead, it has been given to Chance Perdomo from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Shane Paul spoke on Instagram about his departure from the series and said, "It was with a heavy heart that I am announcing I will not be filming in Bulgaria. We could not come to an agreement and I had to make a really tough call. I had to stand up for myself the way that Landon would. I am so grateful to you all for welcoming me into the After family and for supporting me along this incredible journey. I have felt your love from around the world and that has been the biggest blessing and honor. I have seen how, for a lot of you, After has changed your lives and been a light during dark times." Even though some of these lineup changes are bound to be a bit jarring for some viewers, director Castile Landon spoke about the film in May of 2021 and said, "I'm so excited you finally have release dates for After We Fell, and that we're all going to get to see it pretty soon. We're doing the finishing touches right now and it looks so good. It's been really great seeing everybody's responses to the teaser, especially to the hot tub scene and the gym scene, and that it's really true to the books." According to Deadline, After We Fell will follow a much darker side of Tessa and Hardin's relationship. The plot reads, After We Fell follows Tessa's life as it begins to come unglued. Nothing is what she thought it was. Not her friends, not her family. The one person she would be able to rely on, Hardin, is furious when he discovers the massive secret she's been keeping. And rather than being understanding, he turns to sabotage. It was revealed on social media in October of 2021 that filming had begun on the final 2 After movies. The cast repeatedly posted in-depth behind-the-scenes looks on both Twitter and Instagram, giving fans a deeper look into how the films would have been recorded. Portions of the movies were filmed on a college campus, meaning many of the students were also posted behind-the-scenes photos on social media, revealing a few hidden scenes that we will likely see in the upcoming films. Needless to say, I think that all of us are super excited for After We Fell to be released. It's been a long time coming, but I can't wait to see what this film brings to the series. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos.